Chapter 1. My name is Serena Carlisle, and I'm a fraud. There, I said it. I'm a fraud.
My brother passed the gravy, and I poured it over my roast potatoes.
So, how's the new apartment? He asked.
On the small side, but it's in a great location. Only one street away from the tube.
And there are plenty of restaurants nearby. Did it come furnished? It's rather minimalist, but I'll only be there for 6 months. When I was 8 years old, Kate Hodgson told me I could only sit at her lunch table if I was vegetarian. And since Kate's mum was a yoga teacher, and her dad was a TV chef, and she was therefore the closest thing to a celebrity that Fair Oaks Primary School had, I'd sworn blind that I didn't eat meat. Then I'd spent the next 4 years picking the ham out of my sandwiches on the way to the bus stop each morning, and even now I still glanced behind me out of habit every time I bit into a burger. I'd been pretending ever since. Like now, for example. My new apartment in London was a dump. Seriously, I wouldn't have been surprised to see the roaches that lived under the kitchen sink packing their bags and moving out. By minimalist, I meant that the only furniture was a coffee table with one leg shorter than the others, a single bed, and a musty-smelling couch, the last 2 of which I'd covered in sheets because I couldn't bear to touch the actual fabric. And by plenty of restaurants,
I meant it was above a kebab shop and opposite a Chinese takeaway.
But it was within my budget, and that was the important thing. 6 months is a long time without creature comforts, Liam said. Sure you don't want me to bring any of your furniture? I could rent a van. No, it's fine, honestly. London's a long drive. Only a couple of hours. Don't you have packing to do? Tickets, money, passport, swimming trunks. It'll take me 5 minutes. What about actual clothes? Aren't you planning to leave the hotel? My brother glanced at his girlfriend, and her cheeks turned scarlet. No, he said. Okay, spare me the details. Liam had been dating Marissa for a little over a year now, or a little over 2 years if you counted the initial one-night stand gone wrong. The gone wrong part had inadvertently been my fault, not that anyone had realized it at the time. Luckily, the hand of fate, and a broken hip, had given them a happy ending. Our parents were thrilled. Thrilled and relieved. Marissa's remarkably normal, Mum had told me. Not the kind of girl I thought Liam would end up with at all.
Of course, the normal comment had come 2 days before Marissa realized she'd won the bloody lottery. Now they were off to the Caribbean to get some winter sun.
We're staying in a suite, she said. I only booked a regular room, but Mrs. Finnegan's niece works at the hotel and she finagled us an upgrade. There's meant to be a whirlpool tub and a coffee machine. You wouldn't know Marissa was a multimillionaire. Apart from the fact she'd taken driving lessons and upgraded her bicycle to a Volkswagen Polo, her life had barely changed. She still worked part-time at a care home because she liked chatting with the old folks. She shopped for yellow label items at Tesco, and half her clothes came from Vinted. Old habits died hard, she said, although Liam mentioned she'd donated a tidy sum to the cat rescue they'd adopted their new kitten from. The shoelace-obsessed little furball eyed up my feet from across the room, and I tucked them farther under my chair. Have you met Marc yet? Marissa asked. He's flying in tomorrow. Are you nervous? I waved a hand. Nervous? Oh no, I've met so many actors, they all start to look the same. Yes, I'd managed to turn my talent for faking it into a career. Not a particularly illustrious one, if I was honest, at least until 3 years ago. But I'd gone from regional theatre to 3 seasons of playing a ditzy police constable on Whispers in Willowbrook. The BBC mystery drama looked good on my CV, even if my job was far less glamorous than most people imagined. Early mornings, late nights, a lot of sitting around in the converted double-decker bus that served as our rest area in between scenes. But on Boxing Day, I'd received the best slightly late Christmas present ever. A phone call from Patrick Sheridan, visionary, acclaimed playwright and last year's Tony Award winner for Best Director of a Play, and he'd wanted me to audition for a job. Me! Apparently, he was a big fan of British crime drama.
It wasn't such a great Christmas for Virginia Portman, who'd tripped and broken her leg while leaving a party on Christmas Eve, or her stand-in who'd gone down with glandular fever. But I'd still danced around my cottage when I hung up the phone.
Then stubbed a toe on a chair.